Very good morning to everyone. This is A. Shubhangi Rao, working as an assistant professor in Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering in MLR Institute of Technology. And in today's session, we are going to discuss some problems on energy and potential. Okay. So this topic we are going to cover in two parts, as we are going to take different varieties of questions. Okay. So let's start. Okay. Before we start the problems, we'll just go through the formulas once. Work done is given by minus Q integration of E dot dl j, where the limit of integration will be initially some limit and then the final value. So W is equals to minus Q integration of E dot dl j, joules. Potential difference or the potential, it is given by V is equals to minus integration of E dot dl. This formula has come from the work done formula only. So V is equals to basically W upon Q is equals to minus integration of E dot dl. Suppose initial and final value. That is how this formula comes. Work done per unit charge is equals to potential difference. We have one more formula which gives us the relation between field intensity and potential, which is E is equals to negative gradient of V minus del V. It shows the variation of potential from one point to another point in different coordinate systems. So this is another formula. E is equals to negative gradient of V. Now let's start the problems. First problem is, an electrostatic field is given by E is equals to minus 8xy_ax minus 4x square ay plus az volt per meter. This is the field given in the question. Other parameter in the question is given as a value of charge. A charge of 6 coulomb is to be moved from position B to position A, and the coordinates of B and A are given. B is 185 and A is at 218 and 6. Here we need to find out the work done in these two following cases. So the first case is, the path selected is y is equals to 3x square plus z and z is equals to x plus 4 given, right? And the second case is the straight line from B to A. Okay. So here we need to show that the work done remains same and is independent of path selected. Now, why we are taking path here, we can understand in this question. Whenever we are integrating the quantities and the components of, for example, ax, ay and az. Let's take the example of this second component, 4x square ay. Now, the unit vector is ay, but the component with that is with x. So here we may need the path while solving the question. Okay, let's start. So the formula of work done is W is equals to minus Q into integration of E dot dl. Okay. The coordinates of B and A are given, so we can directly put. But apart from that, we have to find dl. E is also given in the question. Minus 8xy_ax minus 4x square ay plus az. Okay. Now let's find out dl. As we can clearly see from the question that this question is in rectangular coordinate system. That means the coordinates will be x, y, z. Rectangular or Cartesian system. Right? So let's write. We already have discussed the differential length in case of Cartesian coordinate system is dxax plus dyay plus dzaz. Now let's write E dot dl. That's what we have to put into this formula. This is given by minus 8xy ax minus 4x square ay plus az dot product with dxax plus dyay plus dzaz. So here we need to utilize some properties of dot product, that when two equal vectors are in dot product, their value will be 1. So when we are multiplying this, basically here in this equation, if you notice, we are going to get, with that we will get ax dot ax, okay. Also we will get ax dot ay and ax dot az, okay. So whenever we are getting something like this, two different vectors, its value will be 0, right? And this will become ay dot ay and this will become az dot az, right? So finally we are getting minus 8 xy dx minus 4x square dy plus dz, right? Next, now we are putting into this formula. W is equals to minus q a to b. We can put the value of q also. 8xy dx minus 4x square dy plus dz. Okay. Now we will separately write the integration sign. It will become minus q into integration of b to a minus 8xy dx minus b to a 4x square dy plus b to a dz, integration of b to a dz. Now the path is given. Y is equals to 3x square z and z is equals to x plus 4. Okay. In this one, if you see 3x square plus z, this is equals to y. Now if we want to keep it into x format, we can write in place of z, we can write x plus 4. Okay. And if you differentiate it, it will become 6x plus 1 dx, which will be useful to write in this particular formula. Now if you see the limit for b to a, when we are talking about minus 8xy dx, the limits will be for x, means x is varying from a to 1 to 2, as it is given here, 1 to 2, right? Next is, if we are talking about minus 4x square y, the limits will be 8 to 18 for y. It is given in the question 8 to 18. Next, for dz, the limits are z is equals to 5 to z is equals to 6. It is also given in the question z is equals to 5 to z is equals to 6. Next, we will put all the limits here. So this becomes w is equals to minus q into integration of x is equals to 1 to 2 minus 8xy dx, integration of y is equals to 8 to 18, 4x square dy plus integration of z is equals to 5 to 6 dz. Okay. What will be the next step? Now we are going to use the paths given here. Y is equals to, we will write 3x square plus x plus 4. Okay. Because here if you notice, the integration is with respect to dx. So we should have this entire component in terms of x. Right? Similarly, this dy we can change as 6x plus 1 dx. So it is easy to integrate. Also, we will change the limits of y from 8 to 18 into the limit of x, because here now we are changing different integration. So this will become 1 to 2. So what will happen? Now we are putting everything here. W is equals to minus q, integration of x is equals to 1 to 2 minus 8x into 3x square plus x plus 4 dx minus integration of x is equals to 1 to 2. As I already said, we have changed the integration. That is why limit is also changing. So 4x square into 6x plus 1 dx plus integration of z is equals to 5 to 6 dz. Now if you notice, now we can understand the importance of path provided in the question. Here it became easy to integrate because the components available are as per the integration whether it is with respect to x, y or z. Now if we further integrate it, we will get, this will become minus 24x cube minus 8x square plus 32x. Here when we multiply it inside, it will become 24x cube plus 4x square dx, and this third term is as it is. When we will solve it further, we will integrate it. We are going to get minus q into minus 6x square minus 8 by 3x cube minus 16x square minus 6x to the power 4 minus 4 by 3x cube, and the limit is from 1 to 2. Basically, we are merging these two. And this, because integration is with respect to z and only constant 1 is there, this will become z, and limit is from 5 to 6. When we further simplify it, we will get the value of W or work done is equals to 1530 joules, 1530 joules. This was case 1 when we are using path in this question. Now we are going to take second case where the path is of straight line from B to A, right? Now to obtain the equation for the straight line, any two of the following three equations of planes passing through the lines will be sufficient. We are going to use the coordinates which are given in the question. B is equals to 185 and A is equals to, A is at 218 and 6. Right? We will write the formula. Okay. Y is equals to Y minus YB is equals to YA minus YB upon XA minus XB into X minus XB. Right? Second equation we will write as Z minus ZB is equals to ZA minus ZB upon YA minus YB into Y minus YB. Third equation we are going to write X minus XB is equals to XA minus XB upon ZA minus ZB into Z minus ZB. Why we are doing this? Because we are trying to get equations of straight line. Okay. Now we are going to use the coordinates of this straight line in this equation. So this will become Y minus 8 is equals to 18 minus 8 upon 2 minus 1 into X minus 1. Second equation becomes, this equation on further solving becomes Y minus 8 into 10, Y minus 8 is equals to 10 into X minus 1. When we further simplify, we get Y is equals to 10x minus 2. And when we differentiate it both the side, we get dy is equals to 10 of dx. Okay. Now let's take another equation. This second equation also. Okay. We will again put the value of A and B coordinates and we get Z minus 5 is equals to 6 minus 5 upon 18 minus 8 into Y minus 8. On further solving, we get the equation as 10z is equals to y plus 42. We are going to consider these two equations of straight line. Okay. Now let's again use the formula. W is equals to minus q into E dot dl B to A. We are further putting it into this formula. Integration of x is equals to 1 to 2 minus 8xy dx minus integration of 4x square dy plus integration of dz. Okay. Now here what we are going to put? We are going to use minus q into integration of x is equals to 1 to 2 minus 8x. Instead of y, we have y is equals to 10x minus 2 from this equation. So same thing we are going to put in this equation. Next, 4x square dy. Okay. Again we can use dy is equals to 10 dx. Now we got it. Right. And here this equation is not required. Now it is easy to integrate, and upon integration we will get minus q into minus 80 by 3 into x cube plus 16x square by 2 minus 40x cube by 3 to the power x is equals to 1 to 2. And z as it is, because it is a constant and integration of the constant is, because it is with respect to dz, it will be z and the limit is 5 to 6, right? And when we further simplify it, it becomes minus q into minus 213.33 plus 32 minus 106.667 plus 26.667 minus 8 plus 13.33 plus 1. And when we further solve it, we are getting the same answer as the first case, 1530. What we are understanding with this solution, with these two cases, one with the path given and another with the straight line as path, we can understand that irrespective of the path selected, the work done in moving a charge from one point to another point will be same, right? Let's take another question to understand better about energy and potential. Here we consider an infinite length line charge along z-axis. Okay, we need to show that the work done is 0 if a point charge q is moving in a circular path of radius r1 centered at the line charge, right? I'll go through the question again. We can simplify this. We can understand that there is an infinite length line charge along z-axis, okay? And we have to show that work done is 0 in moving a point charge as circular path whose radius is r1, okay? So now you see in this diagram, the path of this charge is circular, okay? And as it is written in the question, centered at the line charge means the center of this circle is situated at the line charge. We can say the path is surrounding the line charge and the radius is r1, right? Again, we have the same formula, w is equals to minus q integration of E dot dl, right? So we need to find out E and dl. Now here we can clearly understand that it is not a Cartesian coordinate system, okay? We can consider this as cylinder because we have this charge along the z-axis which we consider in cylindrical coordinate system, okay? So we can write the charge is moving in a phi direction as it is along the circle, right? So to find out dl, we need to consider a small path on that dl, right? Which gives us the value of r d phi. And this is coming from the formula which gives a relation between angle, arc and radius, right? So according to that formula, arc is equals to angle into radius, or we can say, I'll write here, angle is equals to arc upon radius, right? So this becomes d phi is equals to dl upon r, okay? When we further solve it, we get dl is equals to r d phi, and because it is moving like this in anti-clockwise direction, which is basically the direction of azimuthal angle, so it is basically along a phi direction. That is how we find the direction of this this charge path, right? So this is how we get dl. Now let's find out E. So as we can understand that field due to infinite length line charge along z-axis in the cylindrical coordinate system can be given by rho l upon 2 pi epsilon naught r a r. This we already have done in chapter of static electric field, right? So E we have got, dl also we have got. Now we can put it into this formula. W is equals to minus q into integration of E dot dl is equals to, now we put the limit of, because the integration is with respect to, we need to check here, it is d phi. So E is equals to rho l upon 2 pi epsilon naught r, AR. Okay. And here we have dot r d phi AR. Right. So we can put it here, because integration is with respect to phi, and we know the limit of phi is from 0 to 2 pi. So we can put the limit as 0 to 2 pi. Then rho l upon 2 pi epsilon naught d phi. Now here we have dot product, AR dot A phi. Okay. So already we have discussed, we know in vectors we have studied that when we have two different vectors, their dot product will be equals to 0, because the angle between them is 90, right? So when it is becoming 0, this entire term will become 0, because it is being multiplied by 0, right? So that is what we had to prove, that the work done is 0. Okay. So this is showing that work done is 0 while the charge is moving in such a path, okay, which is always perpendicular to E direction. We can understand by one more rule, that work done in a closed path, that means if we start at one point and if we end at the same point, the work done will be 0. That is what we can understand by this particular problem. Right? I hope that's clear. Let's take another question. A point charge Q is equals to 0.5 nanocoulomb is located at origin. Okay. We have to obtain the absolute potential of point A, and the coordinates of that point is 2, 2, 3. Right? Now, Q is given and the location of potential is given. Okay. So, the potential of A due to point charge Q at origin will be given as VA is equals to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R A. Right, that is what the formula of potential. Okay. A point is the point where we need to find potential, and the other point, or we can say the charge, is present at origin. Right. So the coordinates are 0, 0, 0. So by this formula, Q is already available, 4 pi epsilon naught value is known. We have to find out RA value. To find out RA value, we can take the help of this mod RA. So it will become 2 minus 0 square plus again 2 minus 0 square plus 3 minus 0 square. And when we solve it, we get under root 17. Now, we put it into this formula, we get VA is equals to, Q value is 0.4 nanocoulomb. So, it is minus 4 into 10 to the power minus 9 divided by 4 pi into 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 into under root 17. And when we solve it, we get 0.8719 volts. So, this is the potential at point A. That is the answer. That is how we can find out potential between two points. Right? Let's take other question. If same charge Q is equals to minus 4 nanocoulomb, in the previous example which we have just now taken, is located at 233, then we need to obtain the absolute potential at point A is equals to 223. Right? In previous case, Q was located at origin 0, 0, 0. Now in this question, the location of Q is different, 2, 3, 3. Right? Okay. So now we have two different location of that charges and the point where we are finding out potential. Formula will be same. VA is equals to Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught R. R is the distance between these 2 points. So first of all, we will have to find out R, and R is equals to, it will be A to Q, right? So it will be 2 minus 2 square plus 2 minus 3 square plus 3 minus 3 square. On solving, we get 1 and we get the answer as VA is equals to, again we have to put the value of Q into this formula, 0.4 into 10 to the power minus 9 divided by 4 pi. The value of epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 and R is 1 here. So when we solve it, we get the answer 3.595 volts. Right? This is the potential at point A when Q was at 2, 3, 3. Right? Another question. Now we have 3 charges. Okay? 3 charges are as 3 microcoulomb, 4 microcoulomb and 5 microcoulomb. Okay? They are located at, first charge is located at origin, second charge is located at 2 minus 1, 3 and third charge is located at 0, 4 minus 2. Okay? We have to find the potential at a point 1, 0, 1. Okay? And we are assuming that potential at infinity, 0 potential is there at infinity. Right? So we will first draw this diagram where we are marking 3 charges Q1, Q2 and Q3, and this is the point 101 where the potential has to be calculated due to Q1, Q2 and Q3 charge. Okay. So what procedure we are going to follow? We are going to find all potentials one by one, then we will add them all together to find the total potential on this point. Right? So let's consider first potential, which is we are taking as VA1. Formula will become Q1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught R1. What is R1 here? R1 is the distance between point A and Q1. We will find the value of R, which is given by 1 minus 0 square plus 0 minus 0 square plus 1 minus 0 square, and we get under root 2. Now this has to be kept in this formula, and the potential we obtain is 3 into 10 to the power minus 7 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into under root 2. On further solving, we get VA1 is equals to 19.0658 kilovolts. This is the potential at point A due to Q1. In the similar way, we can find out the potential of A due to Q2. The formula is Q2 upon 4 pi epsilon naught R2. Q2 is given as 4 microcoulomb and this is R2. Right? So we will find R2 as under root of 1 minus 2 square plus 0 minus 1 square plus 1 minus 3 square is equals to under root 6. On putting everything into this formula, we get VA2 is equals to minus 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 upon 4 pi epsilon naught under root 6, and VA2 is obtained as minus 14.6769 kilovolts. Next, we are finding the potential on A due to Q3. This is Q3 and the value of Q3 is given as 5 microcoulomb. Okay. And this is R3 So we need to find out R3 as per formula, which we can obtain as under root of 1 minus 0 square plus 0 minus 4 square plus 1 minus minus 2 whole square, right? So on solving, we get under root of 26. And upon putting everything into A3 formula, we get 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 to the into under root 26. We get 8.8132 kilovolts. Now, as I said, we are finding total potential on point A. So we will add all the potentials due to Q1, Q2 and Q3, and we get 13.2021 kilovolts. This is the potential at point A due to 3 different charges present at 3 different locations. Thank you so much.